What's up guys, edrone here, and today we're going to be testing out more functionality with my DJI Mavic Air. Stay tuned. So we finally got a break in the weather. It's a beautiful sunny day out, and there's like zero wind, hardly any at all. And we're going to be testing out more functionality with the DJI Mavic Air. Some of the flight modes, some of the smart captures, and just see how well this thing actually works. We're actually going to go ahead and convert this over to the imperial versus metric. So we have miles per hour and feet for you guys. Keep you guys happy. First one we're going to do is the rocket. I've done Boomerang and Asteroid in a previous video, but I really want to test out each and every one of these. So all you have to do is go into your flight modes and kind of draw a box around yourself, and that's going to start the capture here. And now that we've got our box drawn, you can see that the drone is going to automatically do the flight mode. This is the rocket. Now I think it would be cooler if you kind of sped this up in post. It would look a lot cooler. And then you can also you could duplicate it and then reverse it, so it actually would look like it was coming back down as well. So that's a cool. I mean, there's a lot of things you can play around with in post with this, but that's just, you know, strictly how you do it right in the app. So not bad. You know, it just shoots straight up. Not too bad. Next one we're going to try is the Helix. Now, you need to have a lot of room around you to do this flight mode. So we're going to make our box around ourselves and tap go. It's going to count down. And now it's going to start the Helix. Now, this one basically kind of goes back around you, and it kind of spirals and it gets bigger as it goes around. You see these trees off to my left? They were a little bit too close when I was doing this first test. So I got a little nervous because it was flying sideways and it was going to land straight into the trees, so I canceled. So we'll try that again later. Okay, next one we're going to try is the drone. So this one here will basically, it will fly up and away from you. A cool little shot here. And you can speed these up as well. Well, you can see I'm out here in a nice big open field. Perfect place to do these tests. And you can see it's kind of flying up and away from us at the same time. And this is completely doing this on its own. I'm not controlling it whatsoever. And it does come back to you after it does the flight modes, which I like that. You don't have to actually bring it back to you. It will come back to you. However, it doesn't record when it comes back to you, so just keep that in mind. Also, all the quick shots, you cannot be recording video to do these quick shots. You have to have the drone not recording. Next, we're going to do Asteroid. Check this one out. So this is a really cool one. It's going to shoot straight up, and it's going to take a series of photos and stitch them all together and make like a sphere. So check this out. And I did a little playing around with this one, so I hope you like it. But basically, we're going to duplicate it in reverse. See that? We just duplicated it, and now we're going to shoot back down. But it does not shoot back down on its own. You have to do that in post. So you have to, you know, reverse it and duplicate it. Next one is circle. Pretty easy. And you can do this around any object or any person. Just go ahead and draw a box around the object you want to circle, and the countdown will start. And now it's going to do a circle, and you can change the speed and the circumference of the circle. I kept this one kind of close by, especially with those trees. But you can see it just kind of slowly just circles you, or whatever object you want it to. So far so good. All the functionality is working the way it's supposed to be. So that is a good thing. So you are interested in the quick shots, they do work. Just keep in mind that you need a nice wide open area to test these. You don't want the drone to crash into something, because it does not have side obstacle avoidance. Alright, let's go ahead and try the Helix. Take 2. I'm moved over so I'm more centered in the field, and the trees are a ways away from me now. And let's go ahead and see if we can get this Helix to work. So yeah, it does a spiral and spins around you, but as it spins around, keep in mind the circumference of the circle gets larger. So you need a nice big wide open area to do this shot. And you can see I have it going really slow. I just want to make sure I have it on a slow setting, so if I need to cancel this shot at any time, we can do that. But it looks like we're going to be okay now that we've moved over. And there you go, the Helix there. Super cool shot. These shots normally are very hard to do by yourself, like manually. So it's nice that the Mavic Air has these quick shots, you know, able to just push basically one button and have them do it. So that's awesome. And you see now it's coming back to the point it started. That is a really good feature. I like that it comes back. So that is really, really awesome. Now what I'd like to do is do some active tracking. I'm going to basically do a box around myself and see how well the drone actually follows me and keeps me in frame. So as you can see, I'm walking away, and it looks like I'm not controlling it whatsoever. It's completely doing it on its own. And it's doing it very well. Let's make some turns here. So it looks like, yep, see that? It's actually turning to keep me in frame while also flying forward. So it's doing this completely autonomously. This is flying itself completely autonomously. Now keep in mind, when you're doing this and you have obstacles around, you know, you can still hit obstacles from the side, okay? Just keep that in mind. But as I walk toward it, it's going away, and the rear obstacle avoidance will help with that. Alright guys, next thing up is we are going to try the Smart Capture without any device, any controller, any phone. So basically we're just using our hand. So we just double tap on the Mavic Air and boom, there you go. You point your palm at it and raise your hand up and the drone comes up. We're going to see that. We can control it just like the Force in Star Wars. We can control it to the left, control it to the right, just by swiping our hand. So the drone is actually following my palm, the palm of my hand, to know what to do. And if we want to go ahead and walk towards it, it will back up on its own. I have no controller, no phone. It's actually in my truck. This will make the drone go further away by separating your hands like this. However, there is a kind of a flaw with it. So once you go so far away, it can't see you anymore. So when you go to bring it closer back to you, you have to kind of walk up towards it, and then once it locks onto you, it keeps wanting to move itself back. So this was a little bit of a con. You know, I really get extremely nervous when it comes to not having a controller or a phone and having this drone, you know, basically just following your hand. It's kind of nerve-wracking, just because, you know, things can go wrong, and, you know, God forbid the drone picks up a signal or something and flies itself to China. I like having a controller to be able to, you know, have a failsafe. So yeah, this mode is not one of my favorites at all. You know, you can control the drone up and down, left and right, but you want to keep it, you know, pretty close to you. And like I said, I'm having some problems here trying to get the drone to come back to me. I'm actually trying to get the drone to land, and it's not listening to me. So this is another con with this mode. You know, it's not the most reliable. You know, it's good, I guess, you know, on the fly if you just need to get it up real quick and maybe you want to impress your friends and show them, hey man, I can, you know, fly my drone with my hand. You want to see? You know, that part's all good, but as far as actually being able to utilize it to, you know, capture good video and maintain, you know, really good control with the drone, I don't recommend it. Definitely not at all. It's more of a, hey man, check this out, this is neat. But I definitely won't be using this at all, you know, unless I'm just showing a friend. But I tried it in the house as well, and I had the same problem. It it doesn't want to land when I tell it to land. Same thing with I'm trying to make it, you know, come closer to me, and it's just not doing it. I mean, it's doing it a little bit, but you see I spread my arms apart and it's going further away. As I bring my arms closer together, it's not getting closer to me. So it's kind of frustrating that it doesn't work, and you know, as well as it's supposed to. Definitely just be careful when you're flying like this, because I can just see a ton of accidents happening, you know, from flying with just your hand. You know, somebody walks by, you accidentally, you know, wave to them, boom, next thing you know, your drone's crashing into them. So just be really careful with this, but you can control it with your hand. As you can see, you can make it go left and right and up and down. But definitely a con in my book is it won't land when I'm telling it to land. I'm putting my hand down, I'm putting my palm down, trying to get it to land, and it just doesn't want to land. I want you to land, drone, so you land. You know, when I'm ready for it to land, I want it to land. That's not a good feeling when it's not listening to your commands. So just keep that in mind with this one. When you're flying with just your, you know, your smart capture with your hand, you know, it can get a little frustrating, and it doesn't always do what you tell it to do. And then if it loses sight of your palm, you have to regain sight again and walk back up to it. So this is definitely, you know, it's a good technology that they're trying to implement in the new drone, but it is a newer technology, and I feel like it still has a lot of, you know, kinks and bugs and things that it could definitely do better. But, you know, as advertised, it does fly with your hand, but it's not accurate. In my book, it's not accurate at all. So like I said, I won't be using this. You know, right now I'm trying to get it closer to me, and I can't even get the drone to come closer to me. And every time I walk over to it, it's backing itself up. So this was, you know, a problem that I had testing out, and it's just not functioning the way I thought it should function. When I close my arms, the drone should be coming back to me, and it's not. So just keep that in mind. You know, left to right works pretty good. I mean, when I swipe left to right, it's pretty accurate. When I go up and down, it's pretty accurate. But when I, you know, lower my palm to the ground, the drone should be landing, and it's not. See that? And you can see it definitely goes left and right without any issues whatsoever, which is scary because there's no obstacle avoidance side to side. So that would be the time you would actually crash it, is if you were going left to right. But not being able to land it when I want to land it is very nerve-wracking, and I had the same situation happen to me indoors. It actually it stood there and hovered in my living room, and it took quite a while before it understood that I want you to land. Let me get a little bit closer and see if we can't get this thing to land. I'm putting my hand down. I'm holding my hand down. Let's see if, there we go. It's finally landing there. There we go. So we finally got the drone to land. But I tried to land this way earlier, and it just wasn't doing what I was asking it to do. But overall, I'm very happy with all the functionality, all the smart capture features, and all the tracing and tracking. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe. More videos to come, I promise. Till next time, edrone out.